The management in my workplace demanded to know why I hadn't disclosed my disability, so I got her escorted out of the building. I'm a night auditor at a hotel. My job is largely sitting in the back and watching the cameras, printing out papers to store for accounting purposes, and helping guests who arrive in the absolute dead of night. I work from 11 p.m. to 7 a.m. and generally am alone in the building except for security, who is one guy who mostly only shows up for his scheduled shifts. This job has been an absolute slam dunk for me. I struggle in most workplaces due to my blend of disabilities that make waking up on time extremely difficult. Showing up to work at all can be a challenge at times, and even when I'm in the workplace I often struggle to keep up with workloads. Because I'm coming in the dead of night, I don't have to worry about oversleeping, and since my job is just printing some papers and general customer service, I don't have to worry about being unable to handle it. My previous manager encouraged me to bring my switch into work because it can get extremely boring, and she made it clear that as long as I'm not bothering any guests and am here on time and getting my work done, what I do doesn't matter. She also mentioned that the cooks use a bell in the dining area, and I can take it to leave up front so guests can easily alert me when they need something and I'm in the back. She left the company about a month ago, and our new front desk manager is an external hire. She sent her first message to the team about a week ago, and about 70% of the message was her lambasting anyone who uses the bell and writing that anyone using the bell would be written up for doing so. I have pretty bad ADHD, that being a pretty major part of my typical struggles at work. I'm not always looking at the cameras and can't tell 100% of the time when a guest has arrived at the front desk. While I'd like to get medication to help me treat this, the waiting list is a year and a half long just for evaluation, and since I only just got approved for company health insurance, it's still a long way out for me. Maybe it's silly, but that bell is a huge saving grace for my work performance. It's quiet, distinctive, and immediately lets me know I need to get up and help someone. I've not mentioned that it assists me with my disability to my manager, but I wrote telling her that it's useful for me. Additionally, if I don't have a bell out there for people to ring, there are only 3 ways things will go down when a customer arrives. The customer waits until I recheck the front desk cameras, which could be a while because, again, memory issues. The customer walks into an employee-only area to look for me, inevitably scaring me and looking highly unprofessional. The customer yells, "Hello?" to try and get someone's attention. None of those scenarios are necessarily ideal. To me, it seems like a much easier solution to simply give customers a way of politely notifying me that they're waiting would be to give them a bell to ring. However, my manager has clarified that this won't be happening, and I don't want to get written up. While I could just sit at the front desk, that would make me unable to watch the cameras at all, and additionally, I wouldn't feel safe doing so. The front desk is positioned directly in front of a massive window and we're located in a shady part of town. I am certain that I would get people coming in to harass me intimately. It's happened before. I just want to keep the stupid bell. I don't understand why it's such a big deal if it helps me do my work more easily, but I don't know how to describe to my manager that a $5 bell I bought off Amazon is an effective disability aid for me without sounding stupid. Update: 6 weeks later. So, I'm a night auditor. I've been at the job for about 6 months now, and this is the longest I've lasted at any job. Working is really difficult for me due to my blend of mental illnesses, so when I landed this gig after accumulating a poop ton of rent debt and cutting ties with my abusive family, I was celebrating like I'd won the lottery. The fact that I get paid to do fuck all most of the time is a goddamned blessing. The previous manager was awesome and trained me to do everything fast. She actively encouraged me to bring my laptop or switch in to play video games during my shift because otherwise, I'd get so bored I'd start bashing my head into a wall. She also told me I could use the bell from the kitchen to put at the front desk for guests to get my attention easily. This had been an absolute godsend regarding my ADHD, and I made a sign to request guests to ring it for me during the dead of the night. After only 2 shifts, she said she was confident I could manage my work and I'd been working alone ever since, with security around a good half the time. Back in September, she left for a different job. Everyone was pretty heartbroken, but of course, we all wished the best for her and she departed with no issues. About 2 months, the front desk was reporting directly to the general manager, who was slowly but surely getting less and less responsive to messages and calls. At one point, I had a guest approach me, complaining that their car had been stolen from our parking garage, and despite being told they would get the chance to speak with the GM about the incident, she had never showed up. I immediately emailed the GM, furious that she had not responded to our guests and was upset that my repeated calls to her over the last 2 weeks hadn't been acknowledged. I told her she had to come in that day to discuss things with our guests as they would check out the next morning. I expected to be updated on the situation as it happened during my shift, and I would like to know how I'm expected to respond. I got no response, and she did not arrive at the hotel that day, so I emailed HR, saying that I could not contact her and needed assistance ASAP. That was fortunately able to kick the GM's ass into gear and the situation was dealt with, though I never got my update. Finally, about a month and a half ago, we got a new front desk manager, who I'll call M. Her introduction to us all felt off-putting.